Hi buddy, it's Mia, and today I'm going to try and make croissants. So this is a traditional croissant recipe that's going to take us about 2 days. So let's jump right in. We want our mixer bowl, 100 grams warm water, we want it to be about 125 degrees. It's a little hot. Okay, perfect. Yeast. We want 5 grams of yeast. We're going to stir that together. Then we're going to put 100 grams of flour on the top. So we're going to put some plastic wrap on top. We're going to let that sit for 15 minutes. This is kind of a new strategy for me because there's no sugar involved in this. We're just supposed to let it activate. So we'll see what happens. We have the flour on top of the yeast and water mixture. It's on the bottom, and we're waiting to see cracks form on the top, which will signify that the yeast is fermenting. Okay, there are cracks now forming on the surface, so I think we are ready to go. Here is our yeasty base. So we're going to mix all the rest of our ingredients in there in the mixer. 200 grams of flour. $38 grams of sugar. So 45 grams of warm water. 15 grams of room temperature butter. Oopsies. $30 grams of eggs. And 7 grams salt. Perfection. Salt. Are you ready to make some croissants? And we mix this on medium for about 1.5 minutes. Okay, so we've got our dough. I'm going to take said dough, put it in a bowl, lightly flour our surface. Then we want some plastic wrap on top of there. We're going to grab a pan with some freshly boiled water and then throw all of that into the cold oven. So we're going to let that rise for about an hour and we'll see what happens. It's been an hour, let's check on our dough. Ooh, going to turn this out. Gently shape into a ball. Flatten this into a 1-inch disc. Get another. Just roll a bit. Alrighty, and then we're going to seal that up and place it in the fridge to chill for 1 hour. Nice. And 50 grams of butter. We're going to take our butter, place it on a piece of parchment paper. Butter block is rolled out, and I'm going to put that in the fridge for 45 minutes. Here's our chilled dough, and let's flour our surface. Alright, starting our second turn. So that is our dough with our 2 turns on it. I'm going to... So this goes into the fridge overnight. That's chilling overnight, and tomorrow we will take it out and do the last couple turns and then shape them into croissants and then bake them. So I will see you tomorrow. Hello! Welcome to day 2 of croissants. So those have been chilling in the fridge overnight, so let's get them out and roll them and do our 3rd turn. Whoa, look at that. That's pretty cool. Well, this is intense. I'm a little scared to open it. Let's see. We're going to do a turn. Roll it out and fold it this way. that goes back in the fridge for 30 minutes, and then we're gonna be ready to cut them out. Exciting. Pastry chefs have really strong hands. Rolling action. Here's my croissant dough. I'm going to cut these every 3.5 inches. Here into triangles. For satisfying dough to cut into. Do something with that. Okay, so we'll sit at the top of each of these. These are kind of open a little bit. And roll. Okay, I'm going to do the rest. Big one, Big Bertha. Okay, so we have our cute croissants. We're going to put those on our parchment lined baking sheet. They are not very even sized, but that's okay. Actually, most of them are the same size. These two are the same size. You can freeze them when they're at this stage and then just pull them out and bake them. Yeah! So we need to make an egg wash, which is 1 egg and about 2 teaspoons, about half and half. Whisk it up, and then brush our sweet little croissants. Washing my croissants, washing my croissants, washing my croissants in the morning. Why are you snuggling with Pinky? She loves snuggling. Got these 2 little like nubbin pieces. I'm gonna cook those too. So those can be our test subjects. So now we want to let these rise for another hour to hour and a half. The space for these to be warm but not hot, not over 80 degrees because you don't want the butter to leak out, because that'll ruin your whole process. So Go in there. 1 hour to double in volume, and we'll check on those in a little bit. All right, it's been an hour. We're going to check on these. So while our oven is preheating to 375, we're going to go back in with another egg wash. Okay, it's time to go in the oven for 18 to 20 minutes. It's been 20 minutes, and we're going to check on these. They look good. Brown on top, brown on the bottom. We're supposed to cool these for 30 minutes before we eat them. Which I don't know about. Alright, let's slice into one of these. Beautiful. There you have it. Oops. Lovely croissants. Beautiful. Flaky. Smell really good. Let's give it a whirl. Pretty good. It's not the best croissant I've ever had, but it's pretty good. They're small. Maybe that's just American portions and there's like huge croissants. That's a pretty small croissant. I think we can call this a success. I might try a different recipe in the future just to kind of compare and contrast. But I think this went really well and I'm excited. So I'll see you next time for when we make something else. Bye, buddy.